Sheesh. For as much space as this guy takes up, you should start making him pay rent.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the FansToys Terminus Giganticus. So here we are, and there he is, and usually, first and foremost, I would take a quick look at the packaging, but since this is a test shot that was sent to me by FansToys, I don't have the official packaging, but I do have a wrapper for a blueberry muffin. So good. Anyway, so there you have that. So, moving right along, here we have Terminus Giganticus, which is FansToys' take on a masterpiece, Omega Supreme. And this guy is really cool, and as you can see, very, very, very large. I have him literally pushed back as far as I can on this table, and he is going like from edge to edge. Like, he is taking up the majority of my table here in his base mode. The base mode is just massive, but very cool looking. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at each component individually. So let's get right down to it. So here we have the tank portion of Terminus Giganticus, and this piece on its own is freaking huge. It's huge, and yeah, you can see it's massive. It's a massive tank, done in yellow and gray and red, the traditional Omega Supreme colors. And yeah, let's get in close here so we can see the details. Not a whole lot of molded detail going on, since they are trying to keep it the masterpiece aesthetic, you know, so they're being pretty sparse with the detail, but that's pretty much the masterpiece aesthetic as it stands right now anyway. Actually, this should have less detail on it to really match the masterpiece aesthetic nowadays. But hey, so let's get in close here. You can see the non-charge tampographed on there, just like the G1 toy. You also have danger right above these guns right here. And again, not a whole lot of molded detail going on. It's pretty sparse, but what is there looks pretty nice. You got some more tampographs right here on the sides. Some more molded detail there. And the yellow and gray. And the underside, right there. The back, you got the big turret right up here. And the back, which will be Omega's face when we go to robot mode. And yeah. And as you saw, he does have these little rolling wheels in the bottom, so he can roll nice and smoothly. Sometimes he wants to do a turn, but hey, you can spin him around too. Whee! You can spin a bit, so yeah. It does roll pretty smoothly. The tank treads actually do work. These are working rubber treads. The back ones roll pretty smoothly. These front ones, though, kind of get caught up. They don't seem to want to move as smoothly as the rear treads. And they can move back just fine. You can go in reverse just fine, but going forward, they just kind of get caught up there. But yeah. So you got that going on. If you don't want these rolling wheels on the bottom, all you have to do is just open up this panel right here. Just pop that open. There we go. Just pop that open, slide that down, bring that up, and you can eliminate those wheels and just have them sitting right on the treads. Totally up to you what you want to do, but officially, per his transformation, you do want those little wheels down like that. And the turret can rotate full 360 on a nice loud ratchet. That's loud. The cannon can move up and down. Again, nice ratcheted joint right there. And yeah, he's big. He's big. And just for a comparison, here he is with MP10. And you can see just how big this guy is next to MP10. So yeah, that. And here he is with the G1 Omegas. Little tank here, so you can see. And that's just pressure. Omega pressure. Ooh, there you go. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the tank mode. So let's move on. And here we have the next component of Terminus Giganticus. This is the launch platform base thing for the rocket. And you can see it works just like the G1 toy. It's made up of the backpack and his feet. So works just like the G1 toy in that regard. And again, not a whole lot of molded detail, but what is there looks pretty nice. You see the stars here on either side. You have Danger! Danger, Will Robinson! Right there on either of those thrusters. You got these hoses right here, which are painted a nice gunmetal gray. You do have, right up top here, you got these little retractable guns, which are just on a slider. You can slide those in and out, which is pretty cool. And you got the ramps here, which are just made up of what will be the front part of his shins. You got these little ramps here, which are on hinges. Just kind of angle those however you want. You can bring those ramps up a little bit also, if you wish. And you get some molded details right in there. Looks very nice. And on the other side, again, not a whole lot going on here. You got some details here, molded in, picked out in that gunmetal gray. And that silver, you have some die-cast pieces right up here for those hinges. And yeah, so doesn't do too much, but just stand there. But there you go. And again, just to get a sense of the size of this, we'll bring in MP10 again, just so you can see how that looks. And here it is with the G1 version of this component, because it's precious, precious, precious. It's so precious, it's so precious. But there you have that, and that is pretty much it for this component of Terminus Giganticus. So let's move on, shall we? Let's! And here we have the next component of Terminus Giganticus. We have the big old rocket going on here, the big old rocket ship. And again, very large, very, very large. You can see again, not a whole lot of molded detail. What is there? Does look pretty nice. You have these bits there, which are nicely painted. You have the and then you got some tamper-graphed details here. 8401 down here. Got some more tamper-graphed details. No step. On the other side, no step. And you got arrows and and that's it. And there you have the tip there. Looks quite nice. And you got the what will be his claws in robot mode, which has some nice detail right in there. So arrows there, tamper-graphed in. And yeah, they got the underside there. Again, some nice detail in there. Looks pretty cool. These are on hinges, nice and ratcheted. So you got a good couple of clicks there of movement. You got one, two, three clicks. 1, 2 clicks, and 1 click right there. So there's your articulation for those armatures right there. You do have a light up feature on this guy. If we take this section here and we just give it a turn, we can pull it out, and you have your on-off switch right here, and you get a nice bright red LED. And you can just plug this back in, get that lined up, which I don't. I'll get it. There you go. And just give it a turn to lock it in place, and there you go. The rocket can whoosh into the cosmos. That's pretty cool. So just turn that back off here so we don't waste the battery. But there you go. Just turn that back in there to lock it in place. And there you got the big old rocket. You do have a pretty cool feature here with the rocket. If we come down here, you can open up this section right here. You just pull this out, and you have a little ramp here, which is on little sliders here. And you pull that ramp down, and then you come in here, and you flip out this section, and that just completes a little staircase there. And now you have a little ramp for your robots to go up and get into the rocket. I think this works perfectly for Titan Masters. You just have a little guy just standing right there, and I think that is perfect scale. For me anyway, I think that's perfect scale. So that's a neat little feature, which I do quite like. So you got that going on. And again, just for a sense of scale, here it is with MP10, and you can see that's a pretty big rocket there compared to MP10. And here it is with the G1 version, which mine has a limp claw. Oh. There he is with the G1 version, because it's precious, rocketing precious. Ooh. And there you have that. So on to the next. And last but not least, we'll take a look at the tracks. So we're going aerial for this. And you can see the tracks themselves. Not a whole lot of detail to them. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Not a whole lot going on here. You got the tamper details here. No, stop! You got that going on. And you got some more tamper here. You got these details picked out in silver. Some more tamper some more no step! Just no stepping, no stepping. And you got the tracks. It's going all the way around, like tracks do. There you go. More tracks, more no step! Just no stepping. Just no. Just no. Again, more of those tamper those details picked out in silver. Right there. No step! Upside down. And yeah, they're tracks. They look like tracks, and they are tracks. And again, for a sense of scale, here are the tracks with MP10 right there. You can actually ride on the tracks. There you go. Whee! Up, he crashed. He crashed. Anyway, there you have that. And here it is with G1 Omega Supreme's tracks. It's just precious. Just precious. So, moving right along. So there you go, all the components of Terminus Giganticus have had their moment in the spotlight. Now, one thing to note is the tank can't really traverse the tracks all that well. And you can try to push him along, but he ends up getting stuck once he gets to the turns. He can't really, he kind of sort of do the turns, but he ends up just kind of getting stuck there, which does kind of suck. It would have been nice if you could be able to, you know, have him ride around the track like the G1 toy could, but oh well, it is what it is. And now for one more comparison in this mode. And we're back in Choppa 316 with your aerial coverage, and you can see the whole Terminus Giganticus base mode next to the G1 Omega Supreme base mode, because it's precious. Omega precious. Ooh. And because I just reviewed him, so why not? Here is Terminus Giganticus with Titan's Return Triptychon. So you can see how they scale with one another. So yeah, two big boys. Two very, very big boys. So back to you in the newsroom. Alright, so now that we got all that done, let's get down to transformation, shall we? So we'll just take the tank and move that off to the side for now. We're going to take the rocket here and just fold this up, push the ramp up, close this up, put this off to the side for now. Let's take this big section right here. We are going to need the feet here, so just untab the feet. You can see there are just two slots right here that go into these two big tabs right there. So we'll just untab the feet, put that off to the side. We're only going to need 1 foot for now, so we'll just leave one right here. And now we're going to take apart the tracks here. So you just want to raise this up right here and turn this around, and things are just going to fall off the table. Undo that. I don't know what to do now. Right, I'm coming, tracks. I'm coming. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. There we go. Okay. Undo that. There we go. And we'll just come to the other side here and just undo that. Now, these pieces of track right here, all you're going to do is just take them and fold them in half like that. You got 4 tabs, you got 4 slots. So you just close those up like that, and close that up like that. And we will put these off to the side for now. And we'll also take this section and put this off to the side for now. And now we have everything to work with to make a leg. So, you know what, I'll put this foot off to the side for now, just so I have room to work on this section. Now, the legs are the most fiddly part of this transformation. It's doable, but it is a bit on the fiddly side. So, we're just going to turn this around. And you can see these pieces are going to be his thighs in robot mode. This is the back part of his thigh. This is the front part of his thigh. So, the back part of his thigh is definitely a lot more fiddly to get transformed than this side is. The front part of his thigh is actually really easy to get transformed. It's this side that can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but we'll get through it. We will get through it. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up this panel right here. Open that up and you can kind of see how everything is oriented right in there. It's pretty much how you want all that looking when you get that into track mode. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take this section and you basically want to get this flipped around, and you have a very tight ratchet joint right here, and that can make things a bit of a pain to just kind of get things situated. Let me turn it around here. And basically you just have to kind of bring this down like that. So you have the clearance to get this turned around. And once you get to this point, you kind of have to bring that ratchet back up, because you need clearance on this side. And yeah, this is the fiddliest part of the transformation, at least on this particular side. Come on. Click. Click, man. You know you wanna. Get. Come on. You can do it. There we go. And then you get that turned around. Move that up, and there you go. So once you have that done, these ratchets are really tight, and it doesn't make the process any easier. So once you do that, you can take the foot and just feed it through, and then this section here will kind of come up, and you want to collapse this up like that, so everything will clear. So you just flip all that through like that, and this section just gets folded in like that, and will sit flush like that. And at this point now, you can take this panel and close it up. And what you're going to do with this side is just going to get, the ratchet's just going to get straightened out, and then you just rotate all this around like, oh wait, am I going the right way? I'm going the right way. No, I'm not going the right way. We want it this way, and that, no, I think I'm going the wrong way. I am going the wrong way. There we go. That, just kind of bring that up. No, I'm still going the wrong way. I had this down before. No, this is, okay, this is the back of the leg. The part with the yellow is the back of the leg, so you want this on this side. Okay, I'm just me being a dum-dum. Me being a dum-dum. Okay, so we're going to turn this back around if we can. Again, working with these joints can be a little bit of a pain. There you go. There we go. And then you want that all straightened out. You want this ratchet totally straightened out here. Which again, this ratchet's really tight. There we go. Like that. There you go. So that's how you want everything oriented right there. Like that. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's doable. Now this side is a lot easier to do because these pieces move a lot easier. So again, just pop open that panel. This side, all you gotta do is just pull this out, and this rotates nice and easy and just goes right through. And again, just bring that up, just feed all that through, flip that panel around like that. You can now close that up, and now this being the front of the leg, you want to bring this ratchet down like that, and just bring that up, and bring everything flush, and that is how you want all that situated there. That's how you want all those joints situated, just like that. See that? So that's how you want all that situated. So now that we got that done, you come in here and you flip up these two posts right here. You come to this side and you flip up these two ports right here, and then you come to the centerpiece, and there's this little locking point right here that you just take, flip up, and that will allow you to now flip these pieces up like that. So once you have that done, now we can bring in our foot. So what we're going to do with the foot is we're just going to take this section here, bring that up, unfold these panels right here. We're going to flip up this little ramp and just take this whole thing and swing it forward like that. Come down here, flip out his heel spur, and there you go. So what's going to happen here is these bits right here on either side are going to plug in to these slots on either side of his ankle. So just get that lined up, and you get that plugged in. You can get one side plugged in. And now you want this arm right here to go in this gap right here. So you want to bring that up, and then just start closing the leg up. And again, just the point of kind of lining things up like that. And once you get everything situated, and just line up those pegs and ports right there. Back, close all this up, and then just give this a push, and that will all lock in right there. And once you've done that, you can just come up here. You don't have to do this right now. We're really just going to undo this later, but you take all these posts and ports here, and you just line them up, push together, and there you go. And there you have one big old leg. So second verse, just like the first. And now we have two big old legs here. So now we're going to take these and put these off to the side for now. And now we'll work on this backpack section right here. So what you want to do here is you want to push in these guns. You want to come up front here, flip up these sections right here. You're going to take these bits and you're going to rotate them. Really loud ratchets. Rotate them around so this detail is now facing forward. Spin that around. Take these bits. Bring them out like that, and that's all done. So now we're going to put this off to the side and move on to the rocket. Whoosh. So what you're going to do with the rocket is just going to take it and just split it in half like that. And you're going to take this section here, open that up, flip out this bit right here, close it back up. You got these four, they usually come undone on their own, but you see you have these four little locking points right here. You just undo each one if they haven't come undone on their own. You extend this section right here, and then you take these and you tab them back in to lock that in place, and you got one side done. So with the other side, all you're going to do is just open that up, flip out the connector, close that back up, and you're done. So there you have that. And last but not least, we're going to transform the tank now. So let's just come down here for now. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up this panel right here, take this gun, push that forward, swing that back, close that up, open this up, slide that forward, flip that back, close that up. You want to come here to these side panels, just bring those down, and you're just going to take this panel and just fold it in like that. Over here, open that up, fold that in like that. And at this point, you can take this panel here, untab that. You can see two tabs just go right in there. You can take this whole assembly here and just bring that up for now, like that. You can come back here, flip down this panel, and that will allow you to take this whole assembly and bring it back like that. So once you got all that done, I need to raise the camera so I have room to operate. So once you have that done, you're going to come here to the treads, and you're going to rotate them down. Again, very tight ratchets. Straighten those out. Bring it down like that. And now you're going to take this whole assembly here and just push it up into the body like that. Now, this is a locking point right here. This is now locked in place. When you want to go back into tank mode, you have to push down this button right here to unlock it, so you can then pull this down for tank mode. So remember that. That is a locking point right there. So, once we've done that, now we can come to these sections again, and you want to untab them, and you're just going to take them and swing them out to the side. Make sure these panels stay flat. Bring these out to the side, and tab that in right there. Untab, bring that out, tab that in right there. And once you've done that, you take these entire assemblies here and you untab them. You bring them out. You can see there are little sliding mechanisms here. You swing that out, and then you bring this up, bring that up, and now you're going to take this whole section here and rotate it 180. Make sure you clear that. Bring that around, and then you're going to take all this and bring it back in and tab all that back in right there. And now you can bring this down, collapse that up. This little panel just gets folded up like that. And the last thing you want to do is just open up this panel right here. Go Open. Open. It's on a ratchet, so it wants to spring back on you when you try to get it open. There you go. Bring that up. Slide it down. And bring it up. To form the chest. We'll save the face for last, but there you have all that transformed. So now let's put everything together. Oh, one more thing you want to do on the tank section here is you want to take these little panels right here and just take them and bring them around, and it just fills in that little gap right there. Goes around. There you go. And now he's done. So now let's bring in the leg. Now what's going to happen here, come up a little bit more, is you want to open up the thigh like that. And what you're going to do here is you're going to flip down this connection right here. And what's going to happen is this square peg right here, where my thumb is going to go through this. So just line that up. That'll slide in. And then you just bring this up and line everything up and peg it together. And luckily that works very smoothly. And there you have one leg on. And now I gotta balance him. There we go. While we bring in the other leg. So bring in the other leg. And whoop, open that up. And we just flip down the connector and line it all up and peg everything back together. Like that. And now you have his legs on, and now I gotta do a quick readjust here. Alright, so now that we've reached the top floor, let's continue on. So now we're going to move on to the backpack and shoulder section here. So what's going to happen, let me bring him forward a little bit here, is you have these two big tabs right here, which are going to go into these slots right here on either side. You have two tabs right up here, which are going to go into these slots right here. And you have these two tabs right here, which are going to end up going right back here in these two slots. So the easiest way to do this is to actually clip on the front first. So I'm going to get this on and just kind of angle this up and get the front part tabbed in. And once you do that, you can just take all this, just push it down, and it'll tab itself in. And then you just come back here, give that a little push down, and all that will lock in right there. So there you have the backpack, and now he has shoulders. Hooray for shoulders! So now let's give him arms. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up this panel right here, and how this works is this square peg right here has grooves. Get a little closer here, you can see there are grooves on three sides of this square peg. Now how you want this to work is you want the side without the groove to go inward. So basically you want no groove going in and groove facing out. So that's how you want that oriented. So what we're going to do is you just take the arm and you just slide that up like that. And at that point you got this tab which is just going to go into that groove right there up top. And that locks the arm in place. And then you just turn it, bring his arm down, and there you go. Now he has arm. Well, he has one arm now. Hooray for one arm. Let's give him two arms. So you're just going to do the same thing with the other side. Just open up that panel right there, and then you just take this and you slide it up like that. Close that up, rotate it, bring his arm down. And now he has two arms. Hooray for having two arms. Oh, did you hear that? You know what that means. Every time a bell rings, an Omega gets his wings. So let's give him wings. Oh, he's going to get his wings. So you just bring in the wings, and you have these two big tabs right in here, which will go into these two slots right in here. So just plug that in on the one side. Backpack came undone. There you go. And this side goes in right there. And there you go. Omega got his wings. And the last thing we're going to do, my God, this guy is big, is we're just going to come right up here. We're going to open up this section right here and rotate his face around. Close that back up. And there you have Terminus Giganticus, aka Omega Supreme, in his robot mode. And he is massive, massive, massive. He is a big boy. Let me try to get him a little further back here so we can get a good look at him. But yeah, he is a big dude. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. He's a big guy. Look at that. That is crazy. But so let's move him back up here so we can try to get a shot of his face. Of course, we have glare here from the light, so we have to raise up the visor here. But you can see a nicely done face sculpt. You got some nice silver paint going on in there. Nice bright blue eyes. Looks very, very good. He does have a lot of heft to him. I mean, this guy is he has legitimate weight to him. This is like, it's like picking up a toddler, like an angry robotic toddler. But lots of nice detail going on. We'll just kind of pan down slowly here. You can see very, very nicely done all around there and down to his feet. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. So let's get back up here. There we go. And you can see you have a lot of red transparent plastic right here on his chest. You got a spot right there for an Autobot symbol, which is very much appreciated. He is a big boy. A big, big boy. Now, articulation-wise, his head can do a full 360 on that ratchet joint right there. The shoulders, sometimes the backpack can come a little bit undone there. But the shoulders, again, nice, loud ratchet. The wings will get in the way, but you can get his arms all the way up. Loud ratchets. You do have outward movements. You do have ratcheted bicep swivel. You have good 90 degrees of bend at the elbow right there. On this hand, you have the same, on this arm rather, you have the same articulation, but you have the claws right here, which have a ratchet right there with about 1, 2, 3 clicks in, 1, 2 clicks there, and 1, 2 clicks there. So you can kind of spread those claws, have them grabbing something, which is pretty cool. Coming down here, he does have a waist swivel. It gives you about that much rotation. As you can see, the hips can actually shift backwards, which does definitely help with his stability. I mean, he is pretty stable on his own there. You can see he stands just fine, but if you bring those hips back, it does make him a lot more stable. It makes him stand a lot more solidly. The legs can move forward that far. You only get about 3 clicks. Back, go back further. Outward movements, you get 2 clicks right there. As far as the knees go, you get that much bend out of the knee. My God, this guy's heavy. And as far as the foot goes, you get like 1 click of ankle tilt there and a little bit of rotation. So there you go. So not superposable at the legs, but considering how big and heavy he is, I honestly wouldn't even want to try to put him in any kind of dynamic poses because he would probably fall over and break, because something this heavy, taking a dive off a shelf, would definitely break. So it's definitely better to just have him in a nice solid stance. Now he does have light up features. Now we already showed off the light up feature in this hand, but we'll do it again. Just twist that and flip the switch right there. And you get a nice bright red LED that goes off in there. So we'll just pop that back in. So you got that lit up. You do also have a light up feature in this hand. You just twist the tip there, pull that out. The switch is right there. You turn that on. And you get a nice bright red LED in there. Just make sure that bulb just goes right in there. And just twist that back on. And I have that lit up. It's not too bright in there, but it's lit up. He also does have light up eyes. So if you open up his head here, turn this around, you can see there's a switch right back there. And when you flick it, boop, his eyes glow. You can see right there. His eyes glow a nice bright blue, which looks very nice. Now, you can also open up his chest panel here. Come down here and open that up. You have this panel right here that can flip down, and this little opening right here is for MP10's matrix. So you can't put a matrix in him, and there's a switch right here, and when you flick that, boop, makes the matrix light up, which is pretty cool. The one downside of this feature is that it doesn't actually hold the matrix securely. That does just kind of fall right out. I mean, granted, if you have this closed up, it's not going to fall out, but still, it would have been nice if that connection was a bit more secure. So, while it's not a crucial feature, I hope that's something that gets tweaked for the final, but you can have the matrix glowing in there. Although, when you have all this closed up, you can't really see the light, so it's pretty much just a feature for when you have all this open. So you got that going on. Just pop that off. And you can see there's quite a bit of molded detail in there as well, which looks quite nice. So there you have all of his lights going on right there. Now you do have some customization options. If you don't like the transclearant chest here, you do get a non-clearant version of his chest, done in red and the yellow with that gunmetal gray up top. And to swap the chest, just bring this down. You just want to slide it up part way and then just bring one side up, and that will just come right off the track. And you just take the non-clearant chest piece, just take one side in, the other side in, straighten it out, bring it down, bring it up, and there you go. Now he has a non-clearant chest piece, if you prefer that. And he does also come with a red crotch piece here. So if you don't want him to have a gray crotch, you can have a red crotch. So let's come down here, get a good shot of his crotch. And you can see there's just a tab right here. It just goes into that slot right there. And you can just plug that in. And now he has a red crotch. So, you know, you got crotch options. It's nice to have crotch options. Hey, why not? Dare I say, why not? You got crotch options. Hey. There you have that. Let's get back up here. And now for comparison. Here he is with Fortress Maximus. So you can see how he looks there with the Titan's Return Fortress Maximus. Here he is with Generations Metroplex. So you can see how they look together. So there you have that. Here he is with Titan's Return Triptychon. So you can see how they look together. So there you have that. Here he is with Combiner Wars Devastator. So you can see how they look together. And you can see towers over Combiner Wars Devastator. There you go. Here he is with Toy World's Constructor, which is the biggest third-party Devastator that's on the market right now. And you can see Omega still taller than Toy World's Constructor. So there you have that. Here he is with FansToys Phoenix, which was a pretty big figure on his own. And you can see, again, Omega just towers over him. So there you have that. Here he is with MP10. And he just kind of disappears. There you go. There he is. He's like mid-thigh on him. So, yeah, there he is. With little MP10. Here he is with Planet X's video game, Omega Supreme. So you can see how they look together. And there you go. And last but not least, here he is with G1 Omega Supreme, because he's precious. He's a little guy, but he's still precious. Ooh. So, there you have that. So yeah, there you have Terminus Giganticus. He is definitely a cool figure. He is big, he is heavy, and he is definitely impressive. The legs are definitely the fiddliest bit of the transformation, but other than that, everything else transforms pretty smoothly as something this big can transform. But yeah, he's cool. I really dig him. So there you go. So if you would like a Terminus Giganticus or any of FansToys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all the good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the FansToys Terminus Giganticus, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.
Ah, Omega Supreme! It's good to see you, old! Okay, look, seriously, I can't keep working like this! Look, I mean, why do we keep hiring guys like this? I mean, look, again, look! He's bigger than the set! He's bigger than the set! We keep hiring guys that are bigger than the set! I can't work like this! I just can't! Stagehand? Stagehand!
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen, we're going to change the scene. I need you to hoist me up on your shoulders.
What?
Hoist me!
Yes, sir.
All right, up we go. Okay, so now this is going to be a space scene, okay? Ready? Action! Oh, Omega Supreme! Funny bumping into you up here in space. I'm sorry, sir. It is so hard to find good help these days. Sir, could you please get off of me? You're crushing my everything. Trust me, this is the best thing that's going to happen to you today.